Hey gamers, I'm Steve Nash.
And I'm Felicia, and this is our review of Days of Steam. In Days of Steam, players are trying to build tracks to deliver goods to cities. In the box you'll get 80 track tiles, some with abilities and others with dead ends, 12 tiles which are color-coded by the circle under the town, 4 train tiles which are used for each player to keep track of speed, wooden train tokens and cubes for each of the players, wooden cubes which represent goods like in most games, black wooden cubes which represent coal, grey disc which represents circuit counters, and finally a cloth bag to place all the goods in.
Here's how to set up the game. Shuffle all the town tiles and place one in the middle of the table. Flip over 2 of them and randomly draw 2 cubes for each of these towns. Shuffle all the tiles and give each player 3 tiles. Each player then chooses a color and receives the train card, wooden train, and speed counter of that color. Place each train on the starting city. Each train starts at 0 steam power. You are now ready to start laying down tracks.
During your turn, you can do one of 3 actions. You can play a tile from your hand onto the playing area. When you play a tile, you also receive steam power equal to the number on the tile. You can keep track of this on your train board. Once you play a tile, you draw 1 from the tile deck. You can't play a tile if it would make a track longer than 5 tiles. Therefore, only a city tile can be played at the end of that track. If you decide to play a tile, you can play a city tile instead. Choose one of the 2 showing tiles or draw 1 from the city deck. If you choose one of the 2, flip over a new one with 2 random goods on it. You can't play a city tile too close to another city. If you don't want to play any tiles, you may move your train instead. Your steam power is the amount of tiles you can move. When moving, you must follow the direction of the tracks you're using. Some tiles have hills on them which cause 2 steam powers to use. Once you're done moving, remove that much steam power from your train card. If you were going faster than 2 and entered a curve during your movement, you roll a die to see if you got derailed. If you roll badly, you'll go back to where you started and end your turn. When placing tiles or moving, there will be certain rules you will have to follow, which are all well described in the rulebook, with examples and images as well.
If you are starting on a tile with a water tower, you may use it to add 4 steam powers to your train. If you do this, your turn ends. Each city has a colored circle to it. This is what the city demands as a good. So you must try to go to a city with that color cube on your train and end your movement there. So for example, if you want to bring a yellow good to a yellow city, you must first go pick up a yellow good from another city and place it in your train. Then bring that good to the yellow city. When you complete this, you take the yellow cube and place it next to your train. Each cube you deliver is worth 2 victory points. When your train is empty, head for another goods cube and keep doing deliveries.
Another way of making points is by creating loops. If you create a loop which contains 2 or more cities, you gain a circuit token which is worth 1 victory point. These are really hard to do since the other players will finish off the loop for you. There are some tiles which can be played on top of another tile which can change the track and create loops as well. These tiles are great for slowing down other players when you know where they are going. The hill tiles are also good for slowing down other players. When there are no more city tiles to play, each player receives 5 coal cubes which can be used to steam power your train. When there are no more tiles to place, the game ends.
Each cube you collected is worth 2 points each. Each circuit token is worth 1 point each. You also get bonus points for delivering different colored cubes during the game. The player with the most points wins the game. If a player ever reaches 13 points during the game, he automatically wins. It's a fun little tile train game which is good for the whole family. It's like a junior version Railways of the World. If you're looking for a simple train game where the games aren't very long and the rules are easy to teach, then this is a good game for you and your group. The 2 things we didn't really like was the fact that when you try to finish a loop, someone else will get the points instead of you. The other thing which bothered us was that when you play a city tile, you can't move, so another player can come right in on his turn and take away the cube you wanted to take. Other than those 2 things, the game is quite fun. Tile games are becoming more and more popular in trains as well, so the concept and theme is good. The rulebook is great. It has images and examples and comes in 2 languages. We're giving Days of Steam a 6.5 out of 10.